people don't achieve their dreams for various reasons. I would think that probably the most common is societal pressures about what's to be accepted and what you, quote, should be doing. When I grew up, I went into the military. I was in the Marine Corps for 4 years. And I got out and I went to a community college. And I went to that for 2 years, learned a bit of psychology, did really well, got good grades. And my father said, okay, all right, you've had your 2 years, so time to get a job. And I said to myself, nah. And I transferred over to a four-year university in California. And I got my 4-year degree, Bachelor of Arts in psychology. And then my father says, okay, you got your university. He's proud of me. Okay, you got your university degree. Now it's time to go to work. And I said to myself, nope. So then I got my master's degree and took my board exams and became a family counselor and a psychologist. Sure, I mean, I might have been a fireman or a policeman or, who knows what, a tradesman or something like that. And I might have been happy, However, those weren't my dreams. And I was just fortunate to have a personality that I didn't allow other people's opinions or suggestions override my aspirations. For whatever reason, some people they don't have the character to do that. And it's a matter of building that character first and then allowing them to seek their dreams. Did you ever watch the movie Fly? I think it's called Flying High, where this guy was on a team of people who basically flew around the country and went into big companies and fired people. George Clooney, that's what it was. Do you remember that movie? Okay. It's really interesting. That one conversation he had with someone that the guy was really upset because he's getting fired. He's losing his salary, got to pay his mortgage, take care of his kids. And then, George Clooney says, what happened to your dreams? It says here that you're a trained chef and that this is really what you wanted to do. And the guy says, you're right, but probably was the wrong reason. I chose going to work for an insurance company to pay the rent and such. And then he says, thank you for firing me because now I can pursue my dreams. And maybe that's what has to happen to some people. They need a wake-up call. Also, some people, for whatever reason, they lose the sight of that we don't live forever. Okay, that we're going to die sometime. And some people say, oh, when I am this age, or when I retire, or when I do this, or I'll take a holiday after this project, or whatever. And there's always, I'll do it in the never, never. And pretty soon, they're 60, 70, whatever, and they don't have the constitution to do those kinds of things that they said they would do in the never, never. I can tell you stories of people who said, oh, George, yeah, he died a week after he retired. Strange about that. He seemed to be such a healthy person. Some people, they don't have a timeline that extends past retirement. I mean, I don't know what the situation is in the Philippines, but in a lot of Western, countries, there's specific ages for when you, quote, can retire. I mean, they push the envelope a bit every now and then. Every couple of years in Australia, they raise the retirement age because they know when people retire, they're going to have to start paying pensions. So that changes. But basically, people think about when I retire. And I think it's important to realize that life is not forever. And, time to start living it is now. Go on that holiday this weekend.